Hi, I'm Mike Bergman, and this is part of the Do You Know series. I know that many of you have probably asked or been told about what to expect on the PMP exam as far as the process, but do you really know what to expect? What I wanted to do today is to share some information. I recently sat not for the PMP exam, but for one of the other certifications that PMI offers, and I wanted to share my thoughts about that exam process. One, and all of you probably know this already, you can't bring anything into the testing room. The local testing center will supply everything that you need. Two, there is a tutorial. I strongly recommend that you go ahead and take that tutorial because it can help you, if nothing else, in calming down before actually starting the exam. It doesn't take away from the time that you have allowed to take the exam, and I strongly recommend that. When you start to take the exam, I would also recommend to keep track of your progress as well as the time that you're spending and the time clicking by. Sometimes you may be going too fast, sometimes you may be going too slow. That's an individual thing, but at least you'll have a way to judge it for you, so again, you won't get over anxious about how much time remains. You'll be in control of that. Okay, after about 1.5 hours, no matter how good you are, I would strongly recommend that you take a break. Yes, the clock is still ticking, but getting up, stretching, taking a 5-minute break, maybe having a high energy snack available is great. It really refreshes you, and then you can go back and you get all the synaptic processes clicking and firing on all cylinders. Yes, you can mark a question for review. I did this several times. When did I do it? I did it especially if I found out that I was spending too much time on one particular question. Also, if I marked it for review, later on, another question may trigger my thoughts about that previous question and what the right answer should be. Some choices, when you're reading a question, some choices were very similarly worded. Make sure you understand what the question is truly asking for. What I found is I was reading the choices once, maybe twice, to make sure I was truly understanding what the question was and what the choices were. In fact, what I found out is I was actually reading the words out loud so I could properly hear what was being asked and not have any selective reading or selective comprehension about what the exam was actually about. So those are some things that I'd strongly recommend. And finally, what I would say is good luck on the exam. It is doable.